is one, and I can behold the tide.
Hey everyone, welcome. In this video, we're going to be having a look at the fake fuel crisis. Now, as you're probably aware, Russia invaded the Ukraine. Now, I won't go into the reasons why in this video, but I will say that a lot of the things that have happened since then have been blamed on Russia, even the things that aren't Russia. Now, obviously, there is an issue because most of the world is reliant on a lot of things from Russia, along the lines of neon, fertilizer, oil, natural gas, etc., etc., etc. And because of this, and because the West is getting involved in something that doesn't involve them, which they've been doing for quite some time, let's be honest, sanctions have been placed on Russia because, you know, bullies like to bully. Well, it's come back and bitten us big time in the backside, to the extent where America are paying $10 to the gallon and the UK are paying £8 to the gallon in the petrol pumps. Now, obviously, they're blaming Putin for this because he's cutting off the oil and the gas. But technically, this is down to the fact that we've been climate rubbish wankery for so long now that we don't have the ability to make our own power. And this is the rub. This is the special part. This is the bit that's really, really important. The sanctions aren't being lifted, even though they're not hurting Russia. They're just hurting us. Makes you wonder who the sanctions were placed on, doesn't it, everyone? Now, if you don't believe me, just as an example, Russia made £79.4 billion in the first 100 days of the Ukraine war. And that's because we put sanctions on everything and it sent the cost of oil and gas through the roof. This is what happens when you've got absolute buffoons running policy and geopolitics. The staggering total came despite a significant fall in export volumes. The reason for that is because of the sanctions and the restrictions sending the prices up. It didn't need to sell as much to make more money because obviously with the prices higher, they're making more to bank, aren't they? Now, obviously, according to the report by the Centre for Research on Energy and Clean Air, the EU receives 61% of Russia's fossil fuel exports. 61%. So they're putting sanctions on Russia that's affecting us at the fuel pumps and at the electric meter and the gas meter. That's affecting us across the board while still getting 61% of all of Russia's exports for themselves. Makes you wonder where it's going if it's not going into reducing the prices for us, doesn't it? I'll tell you where it's probably going. Filling up reserves so they can cut it off later on and say, aren't we brilliant? Now, you'd think most countries to be able to wean themselves, because that's what it's going to take, a slow weaning off Russian fossil fuel exports, we would have to go back to fossil fuel recovery for ourselves, i.e. oil, gas, coal. We would also have to open up the nuclear power plants, open up the pits, and open up the coal burning, oil burning, etc. power plants. Well, not according to these idiots. Not only do they need to reduce the amount, the way they're going to do it is just going to make matters worse. Korea's lead analyst said the current international sanctions against Moscow, the progress to date is far too slow given Ukraine's urgent need for support. Much stronger action is needed to cut off the flow of cash to Russia. How are you going to do that if you're buying 61% of their gas and oil? You absolute idiots. This is what it is. It's you must do without so we don't have to. Let's listen.
Putin's aggression. And I take the example of oil. Where we have to be careful is that if we would completely cut immediately, as of today, off the oil, he might be able to take the oil that he does not sell to the European Union to the world market, where the prices will increase, and sell it for more.
What? See what I mean, everyone? Let's continue. We need to speed up the development of clean energy to replace fossil fuel imports. Does anyone think that's possible at this point? Anyone? Anyone? No, exactly. And it's only going to make things worse for me, you, and everybody else. But still, they refuse to give up on the green policies, and we know why, don't we? Because for green policies to succeed, they would need to be globally regulated. That's what I think this boils down to. It's all watermelon tactics. Green on the outside, completely red on the inside, communistic red on the inside. You think I'm wrong? Let me know in the comments. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share it out, stay sane. I'll see you on the next one.